Wetherspoons, notorious for cheap drinks and mad looking plates. They've now got a new claim to fame. Their chips. It's mad. There's a group on Facebook and all they do is count chips from Wetherspoons. It's fucking amazing. They're taking tape measures, they're taking scales, they're counting the chips, talking about the colour of the chips. It's basically just people that are obsessed with chips. And I'm all about it. I'm not here to slag off Wetherspoons. I am here to purely talk about the photos that have been posted on the group because some of them are fucking mental. At the Woodhave in South Shields, 57 count and a crumb. Couldn't believe it when I saw the bowl come out. I can feel a stroke coming on just looking at that chip. I've got an ulcer in my mouth and after seeing that much salt, it's just gone. Didn't buy a chip, but there was one on my pizza. I don't know what it is about having food on my plate that shouldn't be there, but my body just tells me like it's just I don't like it. Found this absolute whopper of a long boy at Archibald's Simpson in Aberdeen today. A whopper of a long boy? The way this guy's holding the chip really isn't sitting right with me. The chip's living in his head rent free. The absolute whopper of a long boy. An absolute whopper of a long boy. Now, we're here to look at chips, but this fish looks like it got killed mid throwing it back. I apologise. My lovely wife hid my tape measure before today's breakfast in an attempt to prevent me from getting a good quality scientific data on my chip length. That's a very dirty fork you've got there. Anybody with bean juice that far up their fork should not be allowed within 2 miles of a primary school. If we can't trust him to keep his fork clean, what else can't we trust him to do? We've got a photo here from Emily Jameson. I'm going to round it up, but she rates this meal 7.3 out of 10. 7.3 out of 10. 22 chips, a half-cooked egg, and 1 piece of Billy Bear ham. I'm gonna be real, I don't know how I feel about the Billy Bear ham. It's a little bit sus to me. I'm not a food snob in the slightest, but it just doesn't look that good. Wait, hang on. This one's not fucking acceptable. Surely it can't get any worse than that. Oh, Bolton, you're taking the piss! Oh! What are you doing? What's going on here then? Every single one of your chips on a dirty Wetherspoons table. First of all, every single chip needs to go in the bin now, because they're fucked. And second of all, some sort of punishment needs to be put in place for this sort of behaviour. I'm thinking life imprisonment. And I don't actually think that's an over-exaggeration right here. That is gross. Those tables get wiped once a month. You posted that recently, so you could have done that at the end of this month. It's been 3.5 weeks with no wipe on that table. And you've put 29 chips on it. This doesn't count as a chip. What are they doing on there? I am going to give points because I see a bottle of hooch and a pretty much empty pitcher of Sex on the Beach. Wendy McLaren is having what I like to call a naughty evening. It's the presentation for me. 4 chips riding a fish with a boner. Amen, brother. I imagine the customer has done this because anyhow I go Wetherspoons and someone brings me a plate of food out looking like that, the waiter's getting swanton bombed on the fruit machine. Standard. What I'm about to show you might be the biggest violation of the 21st century. Take a look at this. Honestly, you know what? Fuck this. I ain't doing it anymore. What on earth is going on with those bits of fucking cheese? Dear, dear me. Here's my cheesy chips from tonight from the embassy in Plymouth. Am I being stupid? Why is nobody saying anything about this cheese? Quickly, have one more look at this one. Me fucking hell. Wash your food down with Monster? No. I imagine it's garlic bread in the background. I beg someone just has a look at the slice they've cut for himself. the plus side, those chips are probably the best chips I've seen. They look banging, to be fair. So Jim Armstrong. Oh my god, his name's Armstrong. And she's got one of the weakest arms I've ever seen. Right, we got a chip just over 3 inches. I would personally say that's a massive chip. Anyone agree with that's 3 inches? Bit massive, huge, maybe a bit too big of a chip. You could do a lot of damage with 3.5 inches of chip. I mean, anyone who says it's not big would be a liar. Let me know in the comment section below if a 3-inch chip is big, because I mean, I personally think you wouldn't want it any bigger, would you? Really? Otherwise, it wouldn't be uncomfortable in your stomach. Fuck am I on about? Psychopathic behaviour on both ends here. 1, ordering chips with the sauce all over it, like a toddler. And 2, giving that much sauce. A thimbles full of curry sauce. It's a violation. It gets worse with this one. Shit. And what's that, half a sachet? Someone better be able to answer me. Is that on the plate curry sauce, or is it poo? I mean, right, and that is the end of the video. That Facebook page is hilarious. The link to it is going to be in the description. Go check it out, go have a look. If you don't already, please subscribe to the channel. If you enjoyed any part of this video, leave it a like rating. And if you want a part 2, I will do a part 2 because there's so many every day, like it's really popular. It's actually mental how popular this page is. But yeah, thank you again, and I'll see you all next week. Safe. I'm still not happy about that cheese though. Shit, man.